New homes and condos seem to be springing up all over the Suncoast.
The older historic homes still have some great stories to tell. ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us on a tour in a place we call home.
This house is in the Indian Beach neighborhood, and it's in the Old Oaks section. It's just a few feet away from the water. It was built in 1935. Humans have lived along the bay here for more than 5,000 years.
Way before the Sarasota area was settled, this was obviously a very well-known Indian fishing and hunting area.
And the Indians tossed their shells, bones, and so forth into great piles that became middens. And that's why the house is so high above the water. It sits on one of those middens. This spot has quite a history.
We believe, on this site or very close to it, so the Tarpon Club back in the early 1900s, kind of a private club for, again, hunting and fishing. At one point, the Tarpon Club did burn down, and then the Palm Hotel was built essentially in its place, and that was kind of a Victorian-style hotel.
And then that hotel burned down and left no traces, except some of the pilings from the pier that you can still see in the bay.
It was about a 300-foot concrete pier that went out into the water, so there's still remnants from that here.
And you won't find any evidence of it now, but once Indian Beach had its own little town. But by the time the McLeods built here, that town was gone.
They built a brick and stone, basically. So again, back in the 1930s, most of the structures were frame, timber, but their idea was to build a very concrete structure, and again, it's stood the test of time.
The current owner updated the house, but saved many of the original architectural details.
Such as high ceilings, a good number of bedrooms and bathrooms, good square footage.
The 5-bedroom house and 1-acre lot are listed for $2.5 million. The views from this home are spectacular.
That's what it's all about, seeing the water. Of course, you're on this amazing wide part of Sarasota Bay, so your water views and your sunsets are fabulous every day.
And this house has a full basement that over all these decades has remained dry, and it has a 7-foot-tall safe that came from an old bank in Sarasota. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.